My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. Let's talk about what is possibly the last release, main release, for Beyblade Burst, which is Barricade Lucifer. Let's go with the breakdown that's about to happen. So we're gonna finally break down the new Lucifer. Yes, this is a little bit exciting. So they show it IRL, and I gotta say, actually, IRL does not look too bad at all. The other thing I just want to say is like temper your expectations, because obviously Lucifer was known in specific for just really these opposite spin battles. So even when people want to talk about, oh, 2D without the barrier, yeah, 2D basically just, okay, better same spin, but worse overall. Like, I did not like 2D without the barrier, to be quite honest with you. So I don't think if you take off the barrier, it's going to do any better. Probably it's going to do a lot worse for any actual real use. So again, for opposite spin equalization, and it's fine, right? Because people keep on saying, oh, variant was trash. No, the variant ring was trash, but people trash on variant and the ends in specific just because it can't win same spin, which, again, that's some things just have specific use. Also, the illegal disc is pretty cool. I'm also, yeah, that's purple 10. I keep saying it. I just want to see it with it because it's just going to look so raw with it. Like, honest to God. Also, bearing Mobius. Yay! We're about to see it a little bit closer look in a second. Has the same kind of cone shape as bearing drift. I think it's probably going to be okay. Obviously, it'll improve the same spin performance, though I am wondering on tipping, because obviously bearing drift tips quite a bit. So I'm thinking, what about this one? And in the comments, you let me know, do you think Barry Mobius, how good do you think it's going to be compared to it? Do you think A? Do you think S? I'm going to lean towards maybe A, because I'm thinking the height might not work for it, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, they show the core with a little bit of a better look. Now, even though the core does not have any gimmicks, sadly, I really wish it did. For them to incorporate the design elements and not just have anything else with it, it's like, whatever. Since Hyperion and Helios also, I thought they would have had something to them. They did not, but they were actually pretty good for stamina, and they actually had some decent use, so I'm assuming maybe we'll get lucky and also has some good use for stamina. They show a better look at the teeth. The teeth just seem kind of average for the locks, seems okay to me, so as far as resistance, it's probably just going to be alright. I'm not expecting like some insane burst resistance on this, just seems like okay. Then after they show the whole BU lock things, I find BU lock so funny because they've only done 2 discs with it, which has been Moon and Xanthos. Granted, the gimmick does work, right? But they've made no real options for you to actually use with it, so it's only really like at best like for Xiphoid for real use. Otherwise, you don't really need it for anything else. So yeah, I thought, you know, if they were gonna do something, I thought they could have maybe done like a BU lock, but it's like the 2D gimmick or something, but I guess it's too late now. Anyways, better look at Barricade. It still looks like Viper to me. I'm not too crazy on the actual shape. I did notice that actually the rubber blades actually curve a bit up. I think at best equalization, I don't think for defense, even though, yes, instead of like the whole thing with like vertical and horizontal for the barrier, I don't think it makes anything that's insane of a difference where it can now just tank like crazy. Like obviously when you are hitting that barrier, you are going just to deplete spin. So maybe against Guilty, I don't know, maybe, but I feel like maybe Prominence might have better use, but who knows. Listen, I can't avoid this anymore. Okay, so the whole thing with this Lucifer, they design it really like whatever, because, oh, if you do a Super King fusion, it's like all the Super Kings all together. So that's why they had the purple, that's why for whatever. I still think it was a color reference, but no, I do think it was also because of this later on, because they have the H and everything. Whatever, I don't know. Do I need to do a video on it? If someone says do a video on it, yeah, I'll do it, huh? Don't doubt me. Alright, then after we get a better side profile where it comes side to side with Vanish, and again, it does not look thin to me. I feel like people have been like over exaggerating how thin it is. Like they're describing it like it's like thinner than Zest, like 1 centimeter or something. I don't know why it's battling Vanish and Heimlet, I just noticed that. Yeah. Oh, you can kind of even see the tilting thing I'm talking about in that actual shot. So we get a better look at the side profile for the thing. You can kind of see what I mean when I say the things curve, and yes, the rubber blades do look pretty thick. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the funny advertisement. Oh, actually, there's the awakening because the rubber, oh, it'll break. Nah, I don't know if they'll do it. I am kind of curious now. I do wonder how much of an attack tank it could maybe be. Obviously, I would probably use Bearing Drift over Bearing Mobius. I mean, I don't know, but I would just probably assume Bearing Drift would make more sense for defense. I don't know. If it works, right? If it works, it works. I would be surprised if it does. I'll give it the benefit. I'll give it the benefit because I'm looking pure defense-wise, which is just the goal is just tank attack. If it can do that, then I'll be all right. Maybe like a video could just be just saying the barrier defense. So also what I noticed is that when I had a battle against Gatling Dragon, it was probably the funniest thing that I saw because basically it's what I expected. It was getting slapped and it only managed to win. I don't know if they light launched the dragon, which probably they did, or maybe they didn't. But it was barely surviving. I think it just really outlatted it really hard because otherwise that thing would have been dead. But I don't know, maybe in the DB Stadium, you know, maybe it does some shenanigans. Either way, I think it just seems okay. I'm just really excited for the Bearing Mobius and maybe the core. And yeah, overall, I have to say that I think it'll probably just be like, all right. I'm not thinking anything too crazy other than maybe the driver, maybe. Aside from that, I want to mention that obviously to end off, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel with bell notifications on. Not only that, but make sure to check out our store where we have pre-orders up for Barricade Lucifer. It is an optional way to support the channel. Now, 100%, I am going to be transferring that color 10 all the way to the new Lucifer because it just looks more drippier that way. And yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not thinking anything too, other than maybe like the driver, you know, like I'll always say, maybe the driver. I think that's about it. It seems neat. I can't really think of anything else to say. So, that's gonna be it. Bye. Have a safe one.